Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Mona, you're already late for the wedding. Did something happen? Reply to my text if you're alright.
Hi, Nicholas.
Oh, Mona, is everything alright? I was worried because you wouldn't answer my texts, even though today's our wedding.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Let's cancel today's wedding.
What?
Sorry, I'm not going to go to the wedding anymore.
Do you mean that you want to delay the wedding to a later date?
No, I meant that I don't want to have a wedding anymore, which means that I'm canceling our marriage.
What? Why are you telling me this on the day of the wedding?
It's not my fault. I met him on the day before my life was going to change, the night before our wedding.
Him? You mean that there's another guy?
Oh, I don't want you to misunderstand, but I only started having a relationship with him since last night. It's fine if you need to ask me to pay an alimony, but don't be so shallow as to ask for a huge amount of money just because you're mad.
No matter, just come to the wedding. We need to talk this through in person, not by text.
What? But I don't want to. That's what you're telling me, but in truth, you're planning on doing something crazy like holding me captive and making me sign the marriage papers, right?
I'm not gonna do anything of the sort. If all we were was boyfriend and girlfriend, then it might be enough to agree to break up. But as it stands, we're engaged to each other. Today was even supposed to be our wedding. It's not enough to just agree to break up.
You're just making a big deal out of this, Nicholas. You're at the wedding venue right now. All you have to do is tell everyone that the wedding is cancelled because we broke up. You're making everything so complicated.
I'm not overcomplicating things. You're just taking this too lightly. Besides, who did you cheat on me with anyways? Is it someone I know?
Oh, maybe you do know him.
Who is it?
Do you know Alfred Bird?
Alfred Bird?
Oh, so you do know him.
He's the CEO of the company I used to work at 5 years ago, before I changed jobs.
I see, so that's how you know him. But this just proves that he's much more high-spec than you are. Decided to break up with you and go out with him instead was a wonderful choice.
Is that so? Then fine. Let's break up.
Thanks.
But I understand that you want to break up with me, but you're gonna regret this, you know.
Why would I regret this? I mean, he's the CEO of a company and he's so much more high-spec than you are. What reason would I have to regret it?
Is that so? I'm gonna be contacting you in one form or another at a later date to discuss the various procedures and monetary details we have to go through if we're gonna cancel the wedding ceremony and the marriage.
What?
I think I'm gonna be hiring a lawyer for this.
A lawyer?
I ask for your cooperation.
Hey, wait a minute.
Bye then, Mona.
Hey! Nicholas? Nicholas!
Will you stop that? What are you thinking, sending me like 200 texts?
You knew about this? Did you know that Alfred had a wife and children?
Of course I knew. By the way, the reason he's the CEO now is because he married the daughter of the previous CEO, who is now a member of the board of executives.
Does that mean that if he divorces his current wife and he's no longer going to be CEO?
Probably, yeah. I mean, if he was a good CEO, then he'd probably keep his job, even if he did get divorced, but I doubt the board is gonna let someone who just cheats on his wife remain in his position. I guess it's almost 100% chance that he loses his job.
No way! But then that means getting into a relationship with him was pointless.
And?
What?
What's your purpose in telling this to me?
What do you mean purpose? If you had told me earlier Alfred had a wife and children, this would have never happened.
What? You expected me to tell you after I just found out that you cheated on me with Alfred Bird. I had other things on my mind.
But...
The person who cheats on their partner gets what they deserve. Even if you did never know he had a wife, it's still your responsibility. It's no use complaining to me about it. I'm currently busy talking to a lawyer about what to do about this situation.
Wait, Nicholas?
Bye. What is it now? Will you please stop doing that?
Help me!
Huh?
People are hating on me.
Oh, you mean on your Facebook, your friends are bashing you for what you did, right? Yesterday, even though it was the day of the wedding, you posted a bunch of pictures of you and Alfred on your Facebook page, right? You even said something like, I met the high-spec boyfriend of my dreams, so today's wedding's cancelled. This is the beginning of a new love story. And there's no way some random office worker can marry me, because now I'm a gorgeous, luxurious celebrity who's loved by a CEO.
You saw it? You don't do Facebook, right? My account is also locked, so only friends can see my page.
One of your friends sent me a picture with your posts.
Seriously?
Looks like you're getting quite the bashing. Cheater, asshole, slut, no shame, inhuman. Some of them even told you to give back their wedding gifts, right?
You even saw that?
Yeah, the pictures with Alfred you posted on your Facebook page and everything related to it is all likely to become proof that you cheated on me. I asked a friend for her cooperation to take a screenshot of everything.
Stop it! It's no use doing something like that to someone you're going to be reunited with, isn't it?
What?
You see, I texted Alfred earlier that I wanted to break up with him, and he agreed to my proposal. Now we can get back together as if nothing ever happened. Then I can post on my Facebook page that the wedding is cancelled anymore. But only delayed, right? Then everyone will probably forgive me.
There's no way your friends are gonna forgive you.
Huh?
I have no intention of getting back together with you. And the hate you brought on yourself is entirely your responsibility. You brought it on yourself. Don't involve me in this. We already broke up. Don't cause me any more problems.
But Nicholas... Nicholas!
These notifications are such a pain in the ass. What is it?
I'm being asked to pay an alimony to Alfred's wife.
What?
I didn't know he had a wife. It's not fair for her to ask me to pay an alimony.
Oh, I think that's the alimony you have to pay for defaming Alfred's wife.
What? What do you mean, defamation?
I heard that during yesterday's commotion on your Facebook page, you tried to calm everyone down by explaining your actions, but it ended up having the opposite effect and made everyone even more angry. I heard from one of your friends that you insulted Alfred's wife during this explanation of yours.
But only my friends can see my Facebook page. How did Alfred's wife find out about this?
What? You seriously don't know who Alfred's wife is yet?
What is it?
Alfred's wife is Carol, the person we used to go to university with. After she graduated university, she went on to work at her father's company. That's where she fell in love with Alfred. It's workplace romance, apparently.
Are you serious? What are the chances of something like this happening?
You've been connected on Facebook with Carol since university, right? No wonder she found out so soon. She must have been shocked when she checked her Facebook feed and saw a picture of you and her husband yesterday, which was supposed to be the day of your wedding. Wonder what she thought when she read what you had to say.
No way!
By the way, I'm not an expert in such matters, but don't people have to provide an explanation as why they're asking for an alimony when they ask someone for an alimony? Didn't you get some sort of explanation that came with the notice?
Well, I guess there was an explanation. There was a sort of letter that came with it, you see? There was a bunch of jibber-jabber written on it. But I didn't have Carol in mind at that time, so I just panicked and none of it really entered my head. So maybe everything was written on that letter. I don't get any of this.
Yeah, I don't get any of this either.
What do you mean by that?
I don't really see the point in you telling me all this. I'm begging you, stop contacting me and figure things out with the people involved, because I'm not one of them. You're being a pain in the ass.
Hey, Nicholas, what is the money you're making me pay? What do you mean $50,000? This amount of money just for the alimony of a marriage cancellation is too much no matter how you look at it.
So you're contacting me again without fully understanding the situation.
What?
That money isn't just the alimony for the marriage cancellation. It also includes the cancellation fee for the wedding ceremony and the cancellation fee for the honeymoon we had planned as well.
Huh? I'm paying for it even though it was cancelled?
Of course you are. Everything was already prepared at the wedding ceremony. You just suddenly canceled on the day of the wedding. That's why they're making you pay the full price, since it was only canceled because of you in the first place.
No way!
I'm going to tell you this, so you know, that this is something that your parents decided.
What?
I don't know how much they told you, but apparently they're going to make you pay for as much as possible, and your father is going to pay for the rest. The remaining amount, the one your father paid, will be your debt to him, and he said he's going to make you pay for all of it, no matter what.
What? Hold on, it's $50,000, right? I have to pay Carol money as well. That amount of money?
Talk to your parents about it, not me. I don't care where the money comes from as long as everything's paid for.
What do you mean you don't care? You're so mean. Try to put yourself in my shoes. Taking a debt is serious even if it's from your parents.
Didn't I already tell you this before? The person who cheats gets what they deserve, whether they asked for it or not.
But...
Well then, I think it's time for me to block you.
Huh?
I only didn't block you until now simply because I didn't want to lose contact with you before I could send my lawyer.
Nicholas?
That being said, please talk to my lawyer from now on. I'm blocking you now. Goodbye.
Nicholas!
Just like that, I was finally free from the storm of notifications Mona kept sending me. Thank God. I got the alimony I asked from Alfred as well, so I'm done with him as well. Right after the incident, Carol divorced Alfred and he lost his position as CEO as well. Apparently they allowed him to have a job as a regular employee at the customer support department, so that he can pay for his children's child support. As for Mona, I was worried she would try to barge into my house, but it seems her parents were keeping an eye on her, so nothing in particular has happened. They did this and that, and at the end of the day it was decided that she would work at a construction company based far away and live at a company-owned dormitory. Her parents told me that it's a place that has strict surveillance of its employees, so she's sure not to bother you again. Seems like I can finally go back to my old, peaceful life.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Randy, you have a bit of time to talk?
Hey, Susan, what's up? Sure, no problem.
I just wanted to confirm the details for tomorrow's wedding, just in case.
Yeah, no problem. Tonight we stay at our respective parents' homes, and we drive over there the first thing in the morning. We end the front of the church at 8:30. That was the plan, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Alright then. See you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Hope I can sleep tonight.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, you're that girl. Susan, was it? I'm Linda. Is it true that you're gonna marry my babe, Randy? Are you serious?
What the hell is all this about?
You know what you are? A sneaky little snake. You stole my guy from me. I've known Randy for a super long time, way more than you. We've been friends since grade school. Did you know that? We were made for each other. We were born to be together. It's always been this way. Our love is forever binding. Nobody come between us. But then you come along. What the hell is this? Why are you guys getting married all of a sudden? This was not the way it was supposed to happen. Randy is mine. Today's wedding is for me and Randy. You are not welcome. I assure you, Randy is not gonna marry you. I'll make sure of it. You guys are in the midst of this fake wedding. I see that you arranged a poolside buffet. That was my idea. I always talked about having a poolside wedding ever since we were kids. Hold on a sec. This kind of proves that Randy had me in mind. Yeah, this is 100% proof that he wanted to marry me. Randy, don't worry, love. I will do all I can to rescue you from the clutches of that witch. Just you wait and see. I will never give up until he's mine forever.
Hey, Susan, we need to talk.
Randy, yeah, right.
Are you okay? I mean, after that incident.
Yeah, I sprained my ankle.
Seriously?
This stranger came out of nowhere and pushed me into the pool. I lost my balance and twisted my ankle.
Oh my god, are you okay?
Well, it wasn't too bad. Not broken or anything. Went to the hospital and got it checked out. A little swollen, but I'll be okay.
Well, that's a relief at least. Just glad it was nothing life-threatening.
About the wedding. I left so suddenly and just left everything up to you. How did it go?
Yeah, well, we couldn't very well continue with the ceremony. How could we without the bride, right? I decided to cancel the whole thing and ask everyone to leave.
Yeah, I figured as much. I guess you had no other choice.
The main problem was that stranger who pushed you. It happened so suddenly, and with all the chaos, this person just disappeared. The cops are still looking.
Seriously?
According to witnesses, the person is definitely a woman, but she was wearing a mask and hoodie, so no one got a look at her face.
Yeah, had dark sunglasses on too. I couldn't get a make on the face. But there is something else.
What is it? You have suspicions about who it might be?
I only just checked the line messages on my phone. It was just before I was pushed as I was standing by the poolside, but I got a weird text from this girl named Linda.
Excuse me? Did you say Linda?
Apparently she's some childhood friend of yours. Says she's known you since grade school.
Yeah, she was my neighbor at my parents' old house. We moved some years ago. Linda lived there. She was a bit younger than me. Actually, I don't know her that well. As a matter of fact, her brother Jim was more of a friend. We hung out a lot, since grade school. Jim and I would go out all the time, and his little sister Linda would always try to tag along.
I see. That's how you know her, huh?
But you don't know her, do you?
No, this is the first I'm hearing about her. I wonder where she got my line ID.
Yeah, that is kind of creepy.
I'll send you the text she sent. Look it over and see what you think. I know she's a childhood friend and all, and I hate saying this, but reading her text, she sounds a bit, how do I put it, erratic? To be honest, I'm starting to think that maybe it was her.
Oh my god, you think? Alright. Anyway, the fact is someone threatened you and attacked you. Maybe it would be better if you stay at the hospital for a bit longer. You know, just in case. I feel it may be safer under the circumstances.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that would be the best option for now, at least until we know more.
My folks will take care of things over here, so I'm headed over there right now. I'll read the line messages from Linda on the way there, and we can discuss it.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. I also wanted to verify something with the company about Linda.
Pardon me, your company? What's your company have to do with any of this?
Yeah, I had my suspicions and asked my assistant from the office to check out some files. The IT people can also check out her line ID. Just a hunch, but I wanted to make sure. Once I verify it, I'll explain everything.
Okay, no problem.
Hey, Susan. Did you learn your lesson? My little scheme went according to plan. Your little wedding plans went down the drain. I told you I would not let it happen. I had to disappear, but my plan worked. I saved Randy from your death grip. Once you're gone, I can step in and marry my love. All you suffered was a sprained ankle. You should be grateful it wasn't something worse. Hey, wait a sec! Seems like kind of a waste to just cancel that wedding today. I mean, think about it. I always wanted to have a poolside wedding. Randy and I always talked about it. Maybe I should contact Randy and go ahead with the wedding. With me, of course. I bet Randy planned this whole wedding from the very start with me in mind. I know it. He always loved me like that. Oh yeah, I already have a wedding dress ready, so no need to borrow yours. How could I even think about wearing the dress of someone who tried to steal the love of my life? Yuck! Boy, oh boy, luck has really been on my side recently. I'll be graduating from college this year, so finally finishing up my thesis. My life is moving along nice and smooth. Now all I need to do is top it off by marrying my love, Randy. Then next comes our baby.
Hey, Randy, you there? This Linda character, she's definitely kooky. Actually, I'm getting a bit scared.
Huh? What happened?
I got a line message from her again. It seems she's admitting it was her who knocked me into the pool this morning.
I see. Alright. I'm almost there. We'll be there in 10. If you get a message from her again, just ignore her until I get there.
Okay, hurry, please.
Hey, Randy. This is your lover, Linda. How are you? I bet you're wondering where I got your line ID. Your grandma was nice enough to give it to me. She always liked me. I was able to get that snake Susan's line ID from her, too. I waited so long for this day to arrive. I'm finally gonna marry my love. Thank you for waiting for me, Randy. After you moved away 7 years ago. Wow, it seemed like ages ago. I longed to see you again. You know what? I wish you would have talked to me before you decided to marry that little tramp. I mean, we've known each other since grade school. That's the least you could have done. If I had only known sooner, I would have ended that relationship before it even got started. But I was glad I was able to get the news on time. I hopped on the train and rushed over there. Saved you in the nick of time.
So it was you that pushed Susan. You do know she was injured.
Randy, my love, I knew you wouldn't forget about me.
Excuse me? Forget you? You've been texting Susan all day.
Yeah, but that really hit home. She'll back off after that. Hey, Randy, where are you right now? I must admit that the whole thing got way out of proportion. People think I'm some sort of crazed stalker or something, so I'm lying low for now. Randy, could you do me a favor? Could you come and pick me up and then explain to everyone that it was one big mistake?
You're saying this was all just one big mistake? That's what you want me to tell everyone?
Yeah, I only did this to save you from a loveless marriage. I did you and your family a huge favor. Don't you get it? You could explain that way to everyone. You know, just tell everyone that it was me that you wanted to marry all along. I'm sure everyone will go for it. I mean, why wouldn't they?
Hey, Linda. We haven't seen or even talked to each other for the past 7 years, right? So, where did all this come from? This whole thing about us getting married? This is the first I'm hearing about this.
Because I received a message from you, that's why.
A hidden message?
Well, first off, the date of the wedding. I know you're aware that it's my birthday this month, so I know you arranged the day of the wedding with my birthday. I'm so grateful that you remembered. And another thing that I confirmed, that you arranged a buffet-style reception by the pool. What we always talked about. I knew right away that you were sending a message. I went to a friend's wedding about 2 years ago, and they had the same sort of setup by the pool, and I've been obsessed about having a wedding by the pool ever since. And what do you know? You remembered and made my dream come true. I can't thank you enough, Randy.
Yeah, right. Actually, I could think of better ways to convey a message, to be honest.
I bet you knew right away that I would notice. So, where are you now? I knew you would come around. You're coming to pick me up then? I'm checked in at the Berkeley Hotel downtown. You know, the one near the airport. Apparently there was a sudden cancellation for one of their suites. They gave it to me for the price of a single room. After our marriage later today, we can stay overnight in this beautiful suite room. This is gonna be great.
Okay. Could you wait for me at the park nearby? Jefferson Park is right across the street, right?
Excuse me, the park?
Yeah, it's just across the street.
Oh, yeah, I see it from my window. Nice little pond in the middle. Shall we meet at the little gazebo?
Yeah, right. Wait there. I have a real big surprise for you.
A surprise? Seriously? I'm so happy! Okay, I'm headed out the door right now. Don't be late, Randy. Susan, pick up. I know you're there. This is all you're doing. I know it. Where did you take my Randy? He was supposed to pick me up at the park and we were supposed to have our wedding. So why are the police here? Did you call them?
Now why would you contact me instead of Randy? You really are screwed in the head.
How dare you? Are you calling me crazy? A little thief like you is calling me crazy.
I heard you ran into the woman's bathroom at the park entrance.
I'm not coming out of here until Randy comes to pick me up.
Hey, Linda, wake up. I mean, you're about to graduate from college, right?
Excuse me?
You have enough credits, you finished your thesis, your application to a major corporation has been accepted. You have a bright future ahead of you. Do you really want to throw it all away?
Huh? Why do you even know any of that? Oh, I get it. All you're interested in is becoming a housewife. Is that right? Well, just my luck because Randy's grandma said he prefers independent, career-oriented women like me. He has no interest in having a boring housewife. That's why I went to college, because I didn't want to be like you, a lame, stay-at-home wife. I figured I'd become a businesswoman and become Randy's respected wife.
Oh, really? Well, then this is going to be even more disappointing for you.
Huh? What do you mean by that? What are you trying to say?
Okay. Your application to our company has been terminated.
Pardon me?
Maybe we need to reassess our recruitment program. But I'm glad we caught your application in time. I don't know what would have happened if we had hired you.
Huh? What are you even talking about? You have no right digging into my affairs.
Hello, Linda.
Randy, finally! Hey, what's going on here? The police are out here. They're trying to arrest me for some reason. I have no idea what's going on. Please help me out here.
It was me who called the police.
Huh? Excuse me?
I told you there was a surprise waiting for you.
Wait, what? The police was your surprise?
You completely ruined my wedding today, and you injured Susan. How could I not call the police? But calling the police is the only start.
Wait, pardon me? Ruined your wedding? I rescued you! We're going to have our wedding today, right? You're coming to pick me up, right?
I'm not going to marry you! Are you nuts?
Wait a sec. What?
There's a lot I want to say, but this I will say right now. My wife is Susan and Susan alone. You have no place in my life.
Excuse me? No way. Did you hit your head or something? You got this all wrong. She's not your wife. I got your message, Randy. You were calling out to me, right? It's okay. You can be honest, Randy. You love me, right?
You're talking about the poolside cafe and your birthday at that crap, right?
That's right.
Well, that was just a coincidence. I had no idea it was your birthday. How am I supposed to know that?
Hold it a sec. What?
We just decided on that date because of our work schedule. Now's the only day we're both available. The poolside reception? That was Susan's idea. I had nothing to do with it. It wasn't as if I was making your dreams come true or anything.
Really?
Also, you don't have any inkling about the damage you caused, do you?
What are you talking about?
Susan just told you they terminated your application to the company. They were going to hire you.
Yeah, what was that about? What's this have to do with my getting hired? Did you tell her about the company I applied to or something? Yeah, it's true that I got a letter from the Brown Technologies that I will be hired after I graduate, starting in September. Anyways, what'd she have to do with any of this?
Don't you even know the name of the CEO who runs Brown Technologies?
Excuse me, the CEO of Brown Technologies?
She had her assistant check with HR regarding their new hires and found you on the list.
Wait a second. Say again?
Well, here's what happened. The company went and hired you, and as a token of your appreciation, you pushed her into a pool and injured the CEO of the very company that hired you. And then ruining the whole wedding. Go figure.
Are you for real? That little thief is the CEO of Brown Technologies? No way.
You still can't believe it?
But how could she be? It doesn't make sense. We were supposed to get married. I waited 7 years for this. I loved you all these years, and I'm sure you have too, right?
Sorry to break your bubble, Linda. I have never loved you. I hardly even know you.
How could you say that? Don't you remember that incident 7 years ago on the day you moved away?
What are you even talking about?
The letter! The letter I left in your mailbox! I wrote that we would get married once we grew up.
A letter?
I also wrote that if you weren't interested, that I wanted you to write back and tell it to me straight, but you never replied. That's why I've been waiting for the past 7 years.
Hold on 1 second, Linda. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never got any letter.
Pardon me? That can't be right. That day is as clear as day. It was the 2nd of September, Sunday morning. It was raining outside. I wrote my feelings toward you. I laid it all out for you to see and left it in your mailbox. Don't tell me you didn't get it.
Sorry, never saw it.
You're kidding, right?
But I do remember that rainy day. The day we were supposed to move out. The weather forecast said it was going to be worse, so we decided to move out on Saturday. The day before the rain.
Excuse me? You guys left on Saturday? Nobody told me that.
Yeah, my mom contacted all of her friends. I remember a bunch of people coming over to see us off.
Really?
Yeah, my mom says she went over to your house, but you were too busy watching your favorite variety program and wouldn't come out to say goodbye.
No way. That can't be right. I don't remember any of that. You're making it up.
Well, it's the truth. There's nothing you could do about it. As for Susan and I, we already got married 6 months ago. Today was just a reception.
Are you serious?
Yes. And just come out of the bathroom, would you? Let's end this whole charade. I really don't have time for this.
But what about me? What am I supposed to do now?
Just come out. The longer you stay there, the more trouble you're going to reap on yourself. Just come on out, Linda. It's over.
But I was only trying to...
Hey, Susan. How are you holding up?
Oh, hey, Randy. I'm doing okay. Just recuperating at the hospital. Actually, I'm getting a bit bored. My assistant has worked things out at the office, so no problems there. But I should be getting back pretty soon. After all, I am the CEO.
And Linda gave herself up too, so no more worries about her.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Guess she brought it on herself.
I heard she was going to be suspended from college for what she did. A shame, really.
I see. I guess there was no other option.
Oh yeah, my grandmother contacted me yesterday saying she was sorry for all the trouble. You know, giving Linda our line IDs and all.
Really? What's that about?
I didn't know about it either, but apparently Grandma kept in touch with Linda after we moved out 7 years ago. As a result, she was able to get our line info, I guess. Linda kinda talked her into giving her our line contacts. She was on the verge of tears. She couldn't stop apologizing.
Really? So that's how she was able to contact us.
Grandma says she wants to apologize to you directly. So could we all meet up in the near future?
Yeah, no problem. I'll contact her too and assure it was not a problem.
Yeah, good idea. Thanks. I'll stop off at the hospital after work. See you then. Oh, yeah. And we have to talk about arranging another wedding reception soon.
Okay, sounds good.
Is there something you need? I could pick something up on the way there.
Well, maybe you could pick me up a book of crosswords?
No problem. The latest one, right? The one you were talking about the other day?
Yeah, that's the one. Can't wait to get started on it.
Alright then. Back to work.
See you later, Randy. And thanks. As for Linda, she was cooped up in that restroom at the park for several hours. It got so out of hand that the police cordoned off the whole park. She eventually tried to escape through the back window and ran into the woods nearby, but the police caught up with her in no time. She was charged with battery. Not only did she injure me, but also knocked over one of the staff members at the reception. She now apparently has a criminal record. Linda isn't currently in her best of circumstances when it comes to family support either. Her parents are divorced and living apart. Her brother is currently living and working overseas. And her grandparents? Well, they moved into a senior citizen home long ago. On top of not having any family support, she has the added burden of paying for damages and compensation for the victims like myself. I also heard she had previous debts that she was obligated to pay. Her future really does not look very bright with a criminal record and all that debt hanging over her head.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hello, Lily. Say,
Good night, Donna. Hey, Ethan. Your mom texted me again asking about my family's financial situation.
What? Again? Jeez, I can't believe she's still bringing that up. What exactly did she ask you this time?
The same set of questions as before, and the time before that.
I see. Dad and I have both told her it's not polite or appropriate to pry like that, but it just goes into one ear and out the other. I'm really sorry.
It's fine. I'm just glad at least you and Victor have my back.
We need to make sure we keep an eye on her at the wedding tomorrow. I hope she doesn't try to pull anything stupid. Worst case, if she does, I'm prepared to kick her out of the venue.
I really hope it doesn't come to that.
Same here. I'll talk to Mom again tonight. Make sure she doesn't try anything funny tomorrow. I'll ask my dad and my other relatives to keep an eye on her too. I'm really sorry about all of this. My mother making a scene is the last thing we need on our wedding day. I'm glad at least the ceremony went well. You were absolutely stunning.
Oh, thanks, dear. Now we just have to get through the reception. I hope it goes well.
Well, Mom's been pretty quiet so far, so I'm hoping that's a good sign. If she can behave herself for the rest of the day, everything will be good.
The scowl on her face makes me a little nervous, though.
Yeah. She's definitely not doing a good job masking her mood, but maybe she realizes she shouldn't do anything rash? All of our friends and relatives are here too, after all.
I hope you're right. All I want is for everyone to have a good time and for the reception to go smoothly.
I knew it. So you were after our money. You've been exposed, Missy. Ethan definitely won't go through with this wedding now. Oh, how unfortunate for you.
What is your problem? You yanked the microphone out of the MC's hand, then you started insulting me, calling me a money-grabbing gold digger, and then you poured wine on my dress and announced that the wedding was off. How could you do something like that?
Because I had to. You left me no choice. I've been on to you for a while now. I thought it odd that you could never give me a straight answer about your finances. Something smelled fishy. But listening to your father's speech made it very clear to me. You were only with Ethan so you could get your hands on our money. You were so close. You must have been ecstatic about the opportunity to marry the son of a CEO. Well, too bad.
Have you lost your mind? What part of my father's speech could have possibly made you think that? You better have a good reason for interrupting him, because that was incredibly rude.
Yesterday, you actually carried on with it as planned.
Yes, we did. We were actually going to cancel the reception and send everyone home after you ruined my dress and my father's speech. But after seeing everything that happened, the staff at the venue felt bad and were kind enough to let us stay later than the time we booked the place for. Fortunately, we were the only couple getting married there yesterday, so they didn't even charge us for the extra time. It was very nice of them to make those arrangements for us. After we watched you practically skip out of the venue, happy as a clam, we carried on with the reception.
I can't believe this. So when Victor dropped me off at the house saying he had some errands to run, he was actually…
Headed back to the venue to join us, exactly.
Oh, how dare he do that to me? After I went through all the trouble to expose your true identity. You nasty double-dealing pauper!
Let me set the record straight because it seems you're confused about a lot of things. I don't need you to be making any more presumptions about me and my family.
Confused? Presumptuous? Please, I know exactly what's going on. You foolish little girl. You're still trying to trick me, aren't you?
Trust me, I'm not. You seem to be missing a lot of context because you interrupted my father's speech and never listened to the end of it. First of all, yes, I did go to a vocational school. I chose to go to the culinary school so I could help my dad out with the business.
The business? What business?
You seem to think he works at a restaurant as a cook? Which I guess isn't entirely wrong, but there's more to it. He's the head chef at the restaurant he owns.
I'm sorry, what?
I went to culinary school so I could learn the basics and prepare myself before I started working with my dad at the restaurant.
The head chef and owner of a restaurant? What are you even talking about?
My great-grandfather opened a gourmet Italian restaurant way back in the day, and our family's been running the business for decades. As for my dad being sick, that was back when I was in high school. Thankfully, his recovery went well. He's all better now and works in the kitchen every day.
But he never mentioned anything like that.
If you recall correctly, in the speech, he mentioned the time he got sick. He never said he was chronically ill. Plus, after you left, my dad got to finish his speech, and he made a mention of it. He thanked me for my support and for helping out with things at the restaurant during those difficult times. My dad wrote his whole speech down before the reception. So if you hadn't interrupted him when you did, the fact that he made a full recovery would have come up later in the speech.
I didn't think there was much more to it.
And about my mom and her career, she still chooses to work because she loves what she does. Becoming a counselor was her dream. She loved helping others ever since she was a little kid. She worked very hard to build up to the point she's at today. No matter how much money her spouse made or what job they had, giving up on her career was always out of the question for her.
Huh.
Everyone has different values, and it's natural for people to have different goals in life. But it's not okay to make assumptions about them or insult them because of it.
Fine. I admit that I didn't have the whole story, I guess. But that still doesn't change anything. I doubt your family's making much from running one measly little restaurant. I'm sure it's nothing compared to the massive corporation my husband runs. I still don't have enough evidence to be convinced that you're not after our wealth.
Earlier, you said you had 3 good reasons to believe that I was only with Ethan for the money. But I just explained everything. The assumptions you based your reasons on were wrong in the first place. Your arguments are completely baseless.
Oh, you're just splitting hairs at this point. You think you got me beat with your flimsy argument? None of that matters because you're not marrying Ethan. I won't allow it. He's going to be leading the company after my husband retires. Being with a poor peasant girl like yourself is detrimental to his future.
Lily! I'm so sorry about my mother's behavior. I have no idea what's gotten into her, but it's completely unacceptable.
I'm okay, Ethan. At least you and your dad are on my side. Of course we are. We know you and we know your character. You're a kind, hardworking, and loving person.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
So, I have something I wanted to talk to you about, and I want my dad and your parents to be there to hear it. Can you talk to your parents so we can arrange a time for all of us to meet in the next few days? Alright, sure. What is it that you want to talk about, though?
I've been thinking about a lot of stuff. About the business, about our future. I want to make the best choices for us. Dad's been helping me figure some of it out, too. I think I reached a decision, but I wanted to run it by you and your parents first.
Okay, I'll check my parents' schedule and get back to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
Lily, answer your phone this instant. What did you tell my husband and son? There's no way they would treat me like this unless you were behind it.
I'm not behind anything, Donna. Victor and Ethan just told me what I assume they told you. Ethan said he wanted to take my family's name and cut ties with you. And Victor said he was going to officially announce that Ethan's cousin Sean will be taking over the company after he retires. Oh, and that he's also planning on divorcing you. At least that's what my parents and I were told. That's all I know.
You can't be serious! Why wasn't I part of this conversation? Oh, unbelievable.
Well, considering the way you behaved at the wedding, I'm not surprised that Victor and Ethan felt they wouldn't be able to have a rational discussion with you. It might feel unreasonable, but I can't really blame them.
This is an outrage. After 30 years of marriage and dedicating my life to being a devoted housewife and supporting my husband while he ran his family's company. What irks me the most is that Victor's telling me that when we split our assets after the divorce, he's going to make me take part of my share and pay you for the damages that I caused at the reception. $50,000! All of his relatives are saying it's only fair, but they're wrong. Everyone's being so cruel to me. I can't stand this.
Mom, I know you're upset, but please, stop taking your anger out on Lily.
Ethan? Oh, don't tell me you're with her right now.
Of course I'm with her. We just brought our papers to City Hall. It's official. We're a married couple now.
I can't believe it.
I took her last name, just like I told you I would.
What have you done?
I'm going to keep working at Dad's company as an employee, but I'm not involving Lily or myself in business operations.
But you're my only son, and you were supposed to take over the business, become the CEO. Do you truly think that what you're doing is acceptable?
I already told you, Sean's taking over the business, not me. And besides, this decision wasn't official until now, but it was practically decided for a while.
What?
You just assumed I was taking Dad's place and made a whole big deal about nothing.
But think of the position that puts you in.
This puts me in a great position, because it's exactly what I wanted. Sean's great at what he does. He's skilled, innovative, and very capable. The company's in good hands with a businessman of his caliber at the top. You may have supported Dad at home, but you have no say in what happens with the company. It has nothing to do with you.
This can't be.
Lily's my family now. I need to go. I'm sorry, but after everything you did at the wedding, I've lost respect for you completely. And I honestly just want nothing to do with you. And as far as your relationship with Dad's concerned, go talk to him about it. I'm sure you both have some stuff to figure out.
Ethan, no. Please wait.
Bye, Mom.
Donna was furious and kept making a fuss, blaming me for everything. But Victor's lawyer told her that she should consider herself lucky that I wasn't suing her for assault or defamation, and that she should be grateful that the family wanted to settle things in a civil manner. I guess that scared her quite a bit because she signed the divorce papers immediately after. I don't understand why she thought what she did at the wedding and her divorce had anything to do with each other, though. Because she was nervous that I was going to threaten to sue her if she didn't sign. Either way, Victor and Donna split their assets after the divorce and Donna got a chunk of money. But she had to leave and go back to living with her parents. Bad news travels fast apparently, because all of her friends and neighbors knew about what she did. Donna overheard one of her neighbors gossiping about her one day and punched her in the nose. The neighbor had to go to the hospital and sue Donna for medical expenses, so the money she got after the divorce was completely gone. Her parents kicked her out of their house, and apparently she lives in a town far away now, all alone, working to support herself every day.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.